The Kips Bay Show House is an annual fundraising event run by the Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club in which celebrated interior designers are invited to redecorate a luxury Manhattan home. The show house was first staged in 1973 to raise funds for after-school and enrichment programs for New York City children. The program has grown in popularity over the years to the point that it presently draws over 20,000 guests each year. Since its inception, the show house has raised over $17 million. Each year, interior designers from around the country apply and are chosen to decorate a room within the show house. A new house is chosen each year for the event. The annual show house is considered a major social event in New York and receives significant press coverage. Vivid citrus shades, monkey mania, bold ceiling details, and exciting voyages deep in the jungle and into the depths of the sea. These are just some of the adventurous ideas interior designers create. Walking through a Kips Bay Decorator show house is like being in a mood board brought to life. Every space within the home is utterly transformed. This past year, the 5th annual Palm Beach House is older than typical sites, as it was built in the 1920s in West Palm Beach's Old Northwood Historic District. It is a beautifully restored home known locally as the Mansion of Northwood, but a home that the oldness of the house provided its own set of challenges for designers. The house itself is built in the Italian Renaissance style, with a main house that features 4 bedrooms and 3.5 baths, and a guest home with an additional 2 bedrooms. The living spaces are frequently referred to as grand, thanks to their sweeping ceilings and staircases. Although the interior designers don't coordinate their rooms together, inevitably colors and motifs worm their way into the home. Throughout this video, I will be showing you other homes from Kips Bay Show House. While this dining room has no shortage of texture and color, the walls are covered in a Maya Romanoff paper that includes flecks of mica and topping ceiling, featuring a bold pattern within a coffered ceiling painted and glossy aqua hue. Yet another unconventional ceiling design. This one is made of foam shapes that were lacquered and stuck to the ceiling, providing an extra element to a room that's short on space. The centerpiece is a swinging daybed. It serves the same function as a sofa, but with more levity and a playful canopy shape, echoed in the shade store window treatments. Different patterns in muted colors can work together in one bedroom while using big, bold patterns on the walls, window coverings and floor to create a beautiful statement. Its design depicts a chinoiserie pattern with a scene of nature in full bloom on a vibrant imperial yellow ground. A timeless blue and white canopy bed is turned sideways in the room to feel more like a daybed and to allow ample space for a seating area that invites guests to relax and unwind. The wallpaper's hand-painted ivy pattern was custom designed by Decor to climb from floor to ceiling, with deep green leaves on a neutral ground. A clean line and really quality materials, and the dining room in particular features these beautiful ancient Chinese scenics. Really feel like that's the next big thing after the botanical wall coverings that are everywhere now. They used a picnic blanket for inspiration in this bedroom. The palette of periwinkle, the color is reflected in a custom gingham, which was woven in England. This bedroom makes me think of a couple who love to travel and bring things back and always wanted to be reminded of their travels. Wicker from Bona China in Italy, a Chinese screen, a Miriam Elner Eglamise mirror, a Dutch lantern, textiles from India, a Swedish table, a bed made in France, and all the Orientalist art. This show-stopping dining room centers around a vintage table topped. Sublime living acrylic panel back painted in gold. Belfair curved benches are hand-stenciled with gold silicone and set atop a round stark carpet. It really amplifies the geometric shapes that are throughout the room, and the silvered Murano glass, antique busts balance the contemporary design elements. The natural seashell theme and the room's mix of vibrant coral and pink shades were actually the initial jumping-off point for this room's overall design. They wanted something that felt really cozy and enveloping, and the minute you'd walk in, all of your senses were filled with the sounds of the air, music, and sumptuousness of a fabric-filled room. The beds are custom designs that nod to the past with comfort, practicality, and updated style. Scalloped tops are reminiscent of a classic tester, yet they feel airy and open with flat upholstered surfaces in a small custom cotton print from Fermoy in lieu of endless yards of hanging fabric. Mix effortlessly with contemporary art such as a fabulous large work on paper I Covet by Kikuo Saito. This bedroom is an ode to fantasy and the Orientalist movement that became so popular in the mid-19th century. Dressed in a French sepia palm garden wallpaper, the room is crowned with a pair of faux ivory beds. Wraps the beds and windows, adding to the romantic ambience, whilst the collection of exotic furniture including an antique Indian armor. Red and russet tones are generally okay for bedrooms. The lusciousness of the red walls and the map wall. The crisp plaster moldings promote a sense of rigor to the room. I hope you enjoyed the tour of the homes of Kips Bay Home Decor.